How is gravity these days, Wonka?
Good, good. We are making tests on our page, and we hope that we can launch the course next month. But the page will launch hopefully in Denver because Bianca will be there, and we are looking for
Yeah.
a spotlight.
Oh yeah. That's so cool. Uh, Bianca, I met Bianca in Denver many years ago. Okay, well, I think we have quorum now. Let's get this party started. So, I want to go back to the classic where we pass it around for praise. I didn't think it was as fun as when I just read it, but I'm open for feedback if you guys disagree. But anyway, so let's get this party started. So I want to dish praise to Frashelle and Heather for taking on my role last week, and of course Ashley for taking on this community call and all my responsibilities during it, so I could go enjoy a nice vacation at I also want to give major praise to Breachies and Algene, who keep me sane and organized every week, making sure that I get everything done that I need to get done. And I also want to just praise to Lauren and Corey and Steve and the whole comms team that we just bought we were able to finally acquire at Giveth on Twitter, and it's just so nice to be able to I'm not touching it anymore. Here, we got it. You take it. I'm not doing anything. And have confidence that it'll actually turn out. So that's super cool. And I'll pass it over to Wonka.
Oh, thank you, Griff. I would like to praise the people behind the earthquake relief QF matching pool project in Giveth. I think what happened is something. It's a reason to solidarize, and I really like this idea of a QF matching pool. So yeah, I praise Alp, Mert, Kevin, Owoki, Scott, and Griff for this idea. And I'll pass it to Santi.
Thank you, Juanca. I want to give praise to Mitch for leading the minting test PFP party. I want to give praise to Cherik for taking care of the issues that appeared on that party. And I want to give praise to everyone that joined, Suga, Lauren, Franco, and Mitch. And I'll pass it to Heather.
Hey, yeah, thank you. I want to praise Nico for all the hard work that he's done preparing the Giveth HR Town Hall presentation, and I want to praise everyone on the East Denver planning, Mitch, Almond, Griff, Lauren, Ashley, Corey, Nicola, the list goes on and on. And then I also want to praise, oh goodness, Ahmad, just for always being really supportive and answering questions. And I will pass it to Suga.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. I would love to praise Franco for working with me this week on case studies for praise that we're helping out with, and to Monique for sorting me out with Figma support when I was helping Ahmad. And also my third praise is for Yas for syncing with me this week on updating Griff's deck for Giveth fundraising. And I will pass it to Almond.
Thank you, Suga. I want to praise Mitch for using all his Web3 social capital guns and getting us all these amazing prizes, and partners for Denver Impact Quest. I want to praise Ashley just for being in the front line, managing all these nonprofits to partner and participating with us, for doing all these last minute verification projects for the Impact Quest, for designing pull-ups. And honestly, I forgot my third praise, so I'm just going to pass it to Mitch.
Thanks, Almond. I want to praise Almond and Ashley for getting together all of this work to get Impact Quest launched, and that was on Tuesday. So like, really great getting it up and getting it out early ahead of Biddle Week. I want to praise Griff for hanging out with me and setting up the billing to get our AI accounts out to Givethers and our devs, importantly. And lastly, I want to praise Amin for doing all of this extra like research and whatnot, looking about setting up a new token wrapper and potentially migrating our DAO to a new framework and how that would actually work. And I'll pass it on to Breachies.
GM, everyone. I feel good, and I will go directly to my praises. My first one is for Jotavi, because he's working a lot to make Fleet happen. Like, I respect him like really hard. Yesterday he was like really bad, in a really bad situation. So I appreciate his work. And the second one is for Griff, because he's a cool boss. Like, it's always nice to work with him and spend some time together. And my third praise is for all the dev team. The truth is that they are really efficient. So when I create an issue, they give me an answer and they do the things like really fast and really well. So they are really, really good contributors. And I recently came, so I don't know who didn't pass yet. Can you help me, Mitch, please?
I can help you. Let's. Okay.
Cool. I want to praise Almond for organizing an awesome Twitter space about ETH Denver, and also for doing tons of outreach to make sure that we had a bunch of people in the Give Power party. It was a super awesome and interesting workshop slash feedback round. I also want to praise Raji for working his butt off on designs for everything. POAP designs, sticker designs, swag designs, banner designs, and he's also working on, he's going to be helping with my slides soon, and he's just like kicking so much butt. And I also want to praise Monique for being on top of all of the dev issues, creating a structured release plan so that we know when things are going out, making sure to coordinate with Corey and comms to make sure that things are being communicated well, and just being an amazing PM. And I will pass it on to Monique.
GM, everybody. I want to praise all the team members. Cherik for being hero on top of everything last week. Or last week was very epic. Ramin, Ali Reza, especially Carlos, Mohammed, Amin, for taking care of everything. We had plenty of bugs, and we continually have, and we have to fix it as soon as possible. Special thanks to Mo for doing lots of hot fixes on the design and also working on the project single page redesign. And I pass it to, let me see, Mr. Tosin.
Hi, everybody. I want to praise Mo for his work, making art fixes on the design end. I want to praise Monique for being a great PM and being on top of everything. I want to praise everybody for being here and participating in this call. I'll pass to Dr. Suga.
Suga already went. Let's throw it over to Corey.
Hey, thanks. I want to praise Lauren for running such a great Give Power party and workshop. I want to praise Monique, for helping us stay on top of all of the landing pages and website updates and development work and outlining that schedule so clearly. That was really helpful. And I want to praise Suga for jumping in last second to do reviews and support on content creation around the earthquake relief fundraise. Really appreciate the way that you jumped in there. So I'll write the rest in the channel, and I'm going to pass it to Yas. Did you go yet?
No, I haven't. Thanks, Almond. So let me see my notes. Sorry, I was working on the background. So I want to praise actually Griff for his really truly caring about all the efforts for the relief fund for the earthquake in Turkey and Syria and helping to make the deadlines extended so the rest of us can get the funds more towards the survivors there. And I want to praise also especially everyone that's involved in the impact quest for our East Denver program, especially Almond, Ashley, Mitch, and the amazing landing page that they created for that with the rewards and the quests that are going on. I'm truly excited to be part of that and see it in action in person. So really looking forward to that. Great job, everyone. And lastly, I want to praise everyone else who's also helping in the fundraising team and putting their efforts and attention into getting some funds for the survivors again in Turkey and Syria fund. So hopefully we can have a successful donation round with that. And I'll pass it to Freshelle. Have you gone?
Yeah, thank you. I want to praise Griff for hacking with me to process the first batch of February payments and pay all our valuable contributors on time. I want to praise Nico for all the coordination work with integrating Coda for Giveth to have a better way on reporting monthly hours. And I want to praise Claire and Kai for their support on subscription expense tracking. And I'll pass it to Nico.
Oh, thank you so much, Michelle. And yeah, I'm gonna praise you for processing payments, timely payments for everyone, and for our weekly meetings and updates, for helping with Giveth Coda. Finally, we are ready. And also praise to Heather for a productive call yesterday about contributor support matters, and for inviting me to meet other HR people from other communities. Praise for that. And also praise to Ahmad, Michelle, and Heather for our HR call before this call, which was very productive. 1 hour was not enough. And lastly, praise to Aljin for finalizing her role proposal. And I'm passing it to Wonk Bell. Do you want to dish some praise?
Wonka was first. Let's throw it over to Katabe.
GM, everyone. Hope everyone is doing good. I'm feeling good today. I had a bit of a bump yesterday, but everything turned out okay. My praises go to Ashley for an amazing one-on-one last week and great coordination to keep working together and move forward. I want to praise Franco for supporting with video recording the workshop with the Solar Punk Guild, where we onboarded 6 projects on Giveth, which was pretty cool. And I want to praise Clara, Griff, Jazz, Jake, and everyone that is working to, Aljin, everyone that is working to try to get some funds to both Turkey and Syria, especially Clara and Grace Aid, which is also taking this scope on Syria, where some people, some organizations cannot aid. So shout out to Clara for that. And I'll pass it to, I believe, Miss Jin. Have you gone?
Oh no, not yet. Thank you. So I want to praise Frishal and Nico for helping me with all my HR related questions. I also want to praise Ahmad, Griff, Lauren, Yas, Corey, Bridges, Claire, and Jake for all the initiative and work on the earthquake outreach. I also want to praise Yas for being so quick on working on the Pomelo grant submission. I want to pass my praise to Claire. Have you gone?
Thanks, Aljin. Hi, everyone. I'd like to praise Franco for leading the rewards sub-DAO, all the cat herding that he's doing and guiding us to the finish line for the end of 2022 for reviewing all the historical praises. I'd like to praise the Earthquake Relief Fund outreach effort. So Griff, Lauren, Yas, Corey, Aljin, Bridges, Jake. I hope I didn't miss anyone. And I'd also like
me.
Suga. Sorry, love. It's always the way when you read out a list of names. I'm so sorry. Thank you.
Just had to add that because a few people were praising that whole group and they kept forgetting me.
I'd also like to praise and finish up with praising Mitch, Rochelle, Nico, Kai for work towards the sub-DAOing of Giveth, the forum proposal, working group budgets, subscriptions tracking, and in particular bringing the Coda app to Giveth at the moment, which will support our move towards decentralization. And I have no idea if I'm the last person or not, so Matthew, back to you,
No,
Griff.
yeah. Let's start over. DeFi girl, do you want to try playing with praise? Play our praise game?
Yeah, I would love to. Hi everyone, I'm new here. But I would like to praise Mitch, Alman, and Ashley for helping me coordinate for the Gives Back. Super excited and happy to be here.
Nice, thanks, DeFi girl. We had a little trouble hearing you, but it worked.
Do you guys get that at all? Or?
I don't know. I think your upload connection is a little weak, but it's okay. It's okay. It worked great, and thank you for coming. It's nice to meet you. Let's start over to Franco.
Thank you, Griff. Yeah, I want to give a big praise to all the ETH Denver crew. You can really tell you're creating something that's going to be nice, and I'm getting a little bit like FOMO vibes from it. But yeah, it's a great work that you're doing. I want to praise Algene for signing up as a new quantifier. Thank you, Algene. And all the quantifiers in general. We're almost done. We're almost finishing 2022. And that's exciting. And I want to praise Mitch, and I want to praise Claire and Rochelle for the work they've done on the sub-DAOification of Giveth, and yeah, like the forum post is looking amazing, and creating the next steps is really important. So yeah, and I'll pass it to, I think, Nicola. You haven't gone.
Yay, thanks Franco. Hi everyone, happy Thursday. I want to start with praising Lauren for hosting and really stewarding the amazing Twitter space about ETH Denver. I had so much fun listening to it. You're such a pro. And I want to also praise Mitch, Almond, and Ashley for this amazing work that they've been putting into this galactic impact quest, and all the documentation. It looks so beautiful and shiny, and like the chat and everything. You're another group of pros guys, so I'm super happy to supporting that. And I want to also praise Heather for our good checking last week, where we were able to cover some gravity stuff, but also talk about ETH Denver coordination. So that was great. Thanks. And no idea.
That's amazing. No one laughed. Franco threaded the needle and found you. So well done, well done. And yeah, and welcome to Community Call 152. You just experienced praise. So praise is not just our favorite form of decentralized updates. It also turns into give tokens if you type it in to Discord. So make sure that you type out your praises into Discord so that they count, and the quantification is rolling ahead. Praise to Franco for pushing that forward. Never-ending, grueling task. We're almost there. We've almost caught up to our gratitude debt. So let's see. Big news. Earthquake attacks Turkey and Syria, and we're helping, hopefully. There's definitely, check out the various projects on Giveth, and praise to Amin and crew, Mo and Monique and everybody who made that banner at the top of our homepage. Super cool. There's also an interview in Spanish hosted by CAF and Spatial. So that's coming up, or that happened on the 20th. And is there a link there? Let's see. Yeah. So that's cool. So you can go find it on Twitter here. Make sure to give some retweets. We had an awesome ETH Denver Twitter space. You know what? I think that these are all from last week. Uh-oh. Are there any other updates this week that anyone has that they want to make sure everyone knows about?
Impact Quest, Griff.
Impact Quest, yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah, sure. Maybe we can take like 5 minutes now and give the high level. And so basically we launched Impact Quest on Tuesday. We partnered with a bunch of really, really great people, including a huge swath of ETH Denver nonprofits and some Web3 orgs like Hedera, which DeFi Girl will talk to us a little bit about shortly, with ETH Denver itself, with Infura, with MetaMask, all these people, and we put this together. So people can start right now playing these quests. There's 4 of them that can be completed online, and they range from like donating to projects that exist in Denver to paying for the pizza for the homeless during the pizza party in ETH Denver to just like sharing your favorite projects on Giveth. You'll earn some POAPs that represent you finishing a quest, and then you can redeem groupings of those POAPs for prizes. There's a few prizes even available if you physically won't be attending ETH Denver. And then we've got a huge bunch of stuff that we can offer for physical attendees of ETH Denver as well. So that's starting now, and that'll run right through Biddle Week and through the main conference week, and we're looking to generate a whole bunch of impact. And maybe if it's okay, Griff, I'll take that opportunity to give DeFi Girl to talk a little bit about our partnership with Hedera and Impact Quests.
Hey guys, can you hear me better now?
Yes.
So much better.
Amazing. Okay, great. Well, I just want to say my praise from before since you guys didn't hear. So I'd like to praise Mitch, Ashley, and Alman for helping me with the Crypto Gives Back initiative. So I guess I'm going to talk about it a little bit. So hi, my name is Mika and I'm from Hedera. And yeah, it was really great when Mitch reached out to me to help with this Crypto Gives Back initiative. So basically, we're trying to make an impact in Denver. You know, I think a lot of people travel to different events for crypto, and I think a lot of people do want to give back, but they're not really given the opportunity or facilitated. So we want to enable that. So we've partnered with Lens Protocol as well to give a Lens Protocol handle to everyone who volunteers in person while they're in Denver. And then we've also highlighted Impact Quests on the marketing for Crypto Gives Back. So yeah, we're just trying to get the community to come together and give back. And sorry about the noise in the background there.
Wow, thanks so much, DeFi Girl. It's so cool to partner with you and make people's time in Denver more impactful. Mitch, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
Oh, I was just going to build on top of that. So particularly what Mika put together at Hedera was a really easy way for people to do in-person volunteering opportunities while they're there in Denver. And so, correct me if I'm wrong, Mika, but people can sign up to do these shifts. They'll jump in, they'll send like a proof that they like were physically there and did the thing. They'll be entered for a chance to be included in this 5-course dinner that you were talking about, on top of getting a yes, or is that?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to incentivize people. So yeah, we're doing like a 5-course dinner, which we're not advertising as a 5-course dinner because it kind of sounds weird after like putting it to volunteering, you know. So, but yes. So you guys, I urge you to maybe get a group together and volunteer as a group of friends while you're in Denver, and then enter for a chance to win a spot at the dinner.
Yeah, you get a slot at the dinner, you get a Lens profile, and you get an Impact Quest pull-up that you'll be able to use to win even more prizes. So, seems like a no-brainer, you guys.
I want it so bad. I'm so in. I'm so in. That's amazing.
Yeah. Cool. Go ahead, Griff.
Okay, cool. Well, then back to our schedule, our normally scheduled programs or whatever that meme is, and let's just jump into the working group section of our call. And I think we'll start off as usual with Corey in the communications working group.
Hey, thanks so much. Yeah, so what's going on the comms side? Well, of course, now we actually talked about my first bullet point quite a lot, so I'm going to keep that really short, but we have a really cool tweet that can be shared around about the Impact Quest. So go check it out, because, yeah, we have this game, and we also have a series of virtual requests as well, so feel free to share this thread around. And also, not sure if you caught this week's Give Talk that was mentioned in the praise round. We had a Give Talk this week. Praise to Alman for organizing this around ETH Denver, with Griff and Lauren and Mitch talking with Shannon from ETH Denver about what's coming up at the conference. It was a very fun conversation, so go check out the recording if you didn't get to join live. And what else regarding ETH Denver? We'll be doing a public goods pizza party with Pizza DAO. And this year we have a really cool Pay the Pizza Forward initiative to bring pizza to local Denver mutual aid organizations. So anyone can donate to, we have a link as well in the slide, but anyone can donate to this Giveth project that we have set up for it to contribute to this. So just wanted to highlight that because it's a really fun initiative, and I think this raise is actually going quite well for this, so it's going to be really exciting. We also had, well, this has also been mentioned, we had a great Give Power party yesterday. Praise the Lord for leading this, which was a walkthrough of Give Power with a live demo and also getting really valuable feedback and answering questions from the round of participants. And also really interesting, I wanted to praise Alman and Contabe for repping Giveth in the metaverse to spread the word about what we're building to our Spanish communities. So I heard there's actually a recording of this coming out soon, which is probably going to be really fun to watch if this is happening virtually here. So really, really kind of like pretty cool screenshot I thought to share. And coming up today, just as an FYI, we're also talking about Giveth on this Web3 Thursdays Twitter space with Susie. So come and join us. It's right after this call. We'll also be hearing from Ray at Bankless DAO Turkey Disaster Relief Fund. And then what else is in the works? Launching this weekend, we've planned the new Giveth homepage, which has been in the works for quite a while, and also an ETH Denver landing page, which is going to go up for the week. So really, really cool pages. So Monday will be an exciting day. And then we've got continuous comm support going to continue to raise funds for the Earthquake Relief Quadratic Funding Round, so FYI there. And coming soon, we are working steadily on the launch of the PFP collection, additional web pages, and also video testimonials that we're hoping to record at ETH Denver, and some more explainers for other landing pages. So lots in the works online. Thanks so much. That's all from comms. I will pass it to the Communitas working group. Not sure who's presenting.
Thank you, Corey. I'm going to present, and yeah, my first bullet was also to talk about the Impact Quest, but we covered already. So I was just going to ask you, please, if you can take a look to the landing page that's linked there and make one or two quests. You can do, for example, the one that is about putting 3 of your favorite projects and just go through the flow and share any feedback if you see that something's not clear or whatever you see that could be improved. This would be great if you can just help us participate and share feedback. And then great news, we have our next Meet the Makers session theme is going to be about regeneration, having in mind that April is Earth Day, so we're going to have projects speaking about their work for Earth. And if you have any projects that you would like to see in Meet the Makers, please reach out to Angela. And here, the last Meet the Makers session that we had, we improved a lot the format. So we know that a lot of projects are asking for marketing support, and Meet the Makers is our most, I would say, yeah, one of the most important efforts that we have out there. So if you have a project in mind, please reach out to Nicola so we can feature it soon. And then another great news is that Kotabe Monday, made a workshop for the Solarpunk Guild, onboarding 6 projects on Giveth. This was a workshop in preparation for the fleet. So praise to you, Kotabe, for making this effort and for taking advantage of these partnerships in our way to the fleet. And last, our ambassador program is moving forward, not as fast as we would like to, because December is just coming soon and it has been a little bit crazy, but we have already a lot of brainstorming around the rewards that we could offer to the ambassador program. If you have any ideas, you can put it in that document that's linked there. And hopefully getting back after December, we'll be able to move much faster on these. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to pass it back to you, Griff.
Thanks. And then we jump over to the platform circle on the development working group. Is this you, Monique?
Yeah. GM everybody. I tried to make my presentation for this week a little bit neat and tidy. So if you go to the slides, please. Yeah, this gentleman is me in the US dev team. And God, you know, this week is going to be epic. We're going to have 2 features on Sunday, Monday. As you can see, PFP collection is ready, referral program is ready, internationalization is ready, field exploration. We are ready, but you know we're trying to test other solutions. So instead of having you know lots of updates that are you know very in details, I try to present just one slide with the release plan, as you can see. So if you're interested, you can take a look at all these features here. We had a big release last week about our backend. So our admin bra or all of the backend services is updated now on production. And we're trying to remove the conflicts and problems. If you see any of them, please report to us as soon as possible. And I think Lauren, Corey, and everybody, Mitch, are engaged and they can present the details of these features in their slides. So I think that's me. And I pass it to you.
I just want to say, Monique, this is an incredible month of releases. Holy crap, I feel like our token log is getting cleared. What are we going to work on after this? Well done. Well done. Especially referrals are going to be really exciting. Major praise.
Thank you.
Sorry.
You're welcome. If you're interested, you know, please go test, create issues, and you know, engage. We love to have you in our dev meetings. Any of you guys, I mean it. Even in the dailies, please come and if you were with us, you know, we can deliver much better and more clear. And I pass it to Lauren.
Thank you, Monique. You are such a hero, man. God, dev team on Giveth is like off the hook. Give Economy Working Group. I'm your steward, Lauren. We have a week Wednesdays. There's the time. Also, every other week we have the Give By call, which is usually after this call, but not this week. Anyway, next slide. On the development side, as Monique mentioned, we hard at work on the PFP collection. Mitch hosted an awesome test party last week, found a bunch of small issues, but basically nothing major, and it's like pretty much ready to launch. Our launch is actually kind of right now sort of dependent on my NFT auction. We're thinking of auctioning off some of these givers before we do the full release and like the release of the allow list and then the release for everybody. So, but you can test it right now, like Griff is doing as we speak. You can mint up to 10 givers. They're actually weird eyeballs, and you can see them on OpenSea. They creep me out a little. Thanks, Mitch. But anyway, the PFP collection is looking really. We're like basically going to be ready before we want to launch, and then the launch is really dependent on comms and the right plan to release this with like a wow. Also on the development side of things, we're implementing the separating out the regen streams from the regen card. So you'll be seeing that pretty soon. Because was getting started on that. Sorry, there's a link. On the research side of things, as mentioned a few Give Power Workshop, and I just want to mention a couple of interesting things that came out of it, because we have everybody here. People didn't know that the higher ranked projects yield more givebacks. It's like really not apparent when you're using the app. And something I found really interesting is that people didn't know that locking your give tokens means you get more give power. Somehow we didn't make that clear. So those are two really interesting points that came out of that feedback. We have a lot to go on to kind of like improve the design of Give Power. We're also looking at like what would be the impact if when you boosted projects right away, the projects resorted, even though the ranking didn't change. So some interesting things happening in Give Power, trying to bring our user feedback back into the design here. On Give Fi, Mitch is doing a lot of work looking at getting. He looked at Beefy, but Beefy hates public goods. He's looking at Yearn. He's looking at Balancer, and trying to find groups that sort of have like a ready-made solution that works well for us for GiveBuy, and even see if we could get some money to build this. So that's kind of like drifting into the grants call and the Monday fundraising call, but still interesting. Quadratic funding, the forum post is still up there, and next steps for the Quadratic forum post are really to get a little feedback from the Gitcoin community. So I'm going to be taking kind of the discussion that happened in the Giveth side of things and then condensing it and then bringing it over to the Gitcoin forum and trying to get a little bit more feedback there. There's also some interesting things that like Cello is interested in running a QF round on Giveth once we do a Cello integration. So I think, this QF topic is still a hot topic, and it has like slowed down the conversation, but it's still moving forward. Extra things. We're talking about migrating the Give, and we're looking at this integrating NFTs to support projects and have a few meetings set up at ETH Denver, plus some other things. If those things interest you, join the Give Economy calls. It's just 1 hour once a week on Wednesdays, and I will pass it to fundraising.
Nice, thanks, Lauren. So with fundraising, we actually have some more good news other than Polygon from last week. That it's almost old news now with that 10K, but we're still waiting for the funds to come. The test went well, so I think we should receive it soon. And I'll be in touch with our dev team for adding the addresses. Something that actually we forgot to mention here, and it's also a little bit of old news, is with the Phantom Gitcoin round, we also got some funds. We're still waiting for that to be released. I think it's around like 4,000 or so. Another recent win is with Cello. Lauren already mentioned a little bit that they're also interested to go deeper with projects that we could possibly add more once we have them onboarded, such as quadratic funding and so on. But with the initial fund, it seems we qualify for 20,000. So that is another thing that we should expect. Additional thing with some soft win, we got nominated in the DAO draft finalized list. I think they're allocating 250,000 in matching fund, and I believe there are 50 participants, so maybe around like 5K can come to Giveth as well. So we will follow with the process and we will have a better idea soon what's the exact amount and process there. What is still in progress is Optimism, Ethereum Foundation, the huge grant about turning nonprofits into impact DAOs. We're actually having a call with them soon after this call. So fingers crossed for that. We will be meeting Ethereum Classic in Denver, it seems, to also pitch our idea with adding them to the chain in person. We will be having call with Avalanche in the coming weeks as well. And with in terms of Hedgie, it's in the prep phase. We are working with a test round with them to receive some basically lock some gift tokens behind some NFTs that we could offer to potential investors who would be interested to buy our tokens. With our white label program, we have actually a new presentation, which I invite all of you to check, give feedback, tell me how, or leave your comments directly there. How do you feel about the flow, the information, whether you have anything more valid that I should add there. But it's pretty much a presentation we could share mostly with Web2 partners who would be interested to enter Web3 using our program as their our platform as their white label DApp for donations and public goods. And last but not least, with public goods router, this is an ongoing discussion. We have engaged 1inch quite heavily in this discussion to offer this option as a UX. With the rest of the guys that's on this list, we're not in such active or engaged communication, but East Denver is approaching, so this is the best place and time for us to get their attention on that. And we're back in the game with VC fundraising again. We actually had a really good call with Greenfield, and we will be meeting them in Denver and hunting for more also at the conference. And that's it for this week. I'll pass it back to Griff.
Yeah, and I'll swing it over to Tossin for the design working group.
Hi, everybody. So from the design and development, so we're working on the single project page structure. So still working on making a working template across board for project admins, owners, or creators, and so that we could actually see a particular a certain kind of structure when users actually interacting with project single pages across board. And for the pairing integration, the design for the integration of XDAI top-up service directly on the platform is ready, and I've handed that over to the dev team, and hopefully see what hopefully everybody can see what we'll come up with. And for the Denver landing page, the work is currently ongoing, and currently we're just waiting for some feedbacks and then trying to put finishing touches on the design, and hopefully it will be ready before tomorrow and finally before Denver. And the Giveth mini prototype is still work in progress. We're working on the live version of Giveth so that we'll be able to share this easy prototype to people, so we could actually get a breakdown of what's going on, of what Giveth stands for, what's possible on the platform, without having to go through everything. Without having to go through everything, just like I said, share a prototype. And finally, it was improve Giveth. If you have any time to go through anything on the platform and you notice anything, please just drop your feedback for us on Design Working Group or send a message to Mo or me. Thank you. Send back to Giving Cycle.
Thanks so much, Tossin. Yeah, so I'll hold down this circle, at least kick it off, and jump straight into vacation. I just want to say, I got totally showed up on the memes while I was gone. My God, this is amazing. I don't put in this guy. This is beautiful. I wanted to leave it because it was so good. So yeah, lots of people taking vacation right now. There's Ashley, Mohammed, and Amin are all out kind of today, although I see Amin here. What are you doing here? Get out of here, Amin. Get out of here. You're supposed to be half day, man. And then Jake is also a little bit MIA today as he's flying, so he'll be in and out. But next week we have Mateo, Alireza, Suga, and Monique taking some well-deserved, just Mateo, Alireza, and Suga taking some good time off, but Monique has got he's got a big plan, a month in advance. Thanks, Monique, for the early warning. And of course, so many people will be at ETH Denver, and so next week, and Flea. So next week, it might be hard to reach some of us because there's a lot of in real world expectations. I wouldn't be surprised if some calls get canceled and things like that. But Ashley, Freshelle, Corey, Jake, Yas, Mitch, Alman, Heather, Lauren, and I are all at ETH Denver, and we'll be very distracted. And Kotabe, Breachies, and Mateo will be holding it down in Merida, Mexico, at like a normal nonprofit conference, which is super cool to see Giveth being representing outside of the Web3 space. Let's see. So actually, kind of a slow forum week. But some juicy posts. Remember when we were trying to get a DAO credit card and we were trying to get that? Well, guess what? That organization totally got shut down. So that's not going to happen. But pretty funny. And there's also a really great post. I think lots of people contributed to it, make this happen. The sub-DAOification and accounting post. And so it's really interesting. Definitely check that out. This is a major restructuring of the Giveth org, so you definitely want to follow along there. Already mentioned improving the project page. I think this Gitcoin Giveth partnership, these are already mentioned, but worth checking out. Also, there's a good poll on how we're distributing praise rewards. You know how praise turns into Give tokens? Me neither. You got to read this forum post to figure it out, and then you will know how praise turns into Give tokens if you dare. And as far as hiring, kind of bad UX there. As far as hiring, we're kind of in a slow moment, but I think there is one really important role that we're looking for, which is like a super shadowy like hero dev that can take on being sort of a CTO role. I don't know, Heather, if there's any other roles that you have?
That is the major one. We are at the end of closing out a UI designer role for General Magic, but we'll also have the capability to float over to Giveth. But other than that, it's pretty slow.
Cool. Yeah, bear market's in full swing. But we will keep hiring if we get more gigs for General Magic. So if you talk to anybody who needs some dev work, we have a whole system for sorting that out, generalmagic.io, and tell them that we can help them out. So yeah, with that, I'll throw it over to Mitch in the DAO working group.
Thanks, Griff. Yeah, so we got our monthly meetings, 10 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central European. And let's just give some quick updates. So as most of you probably know, we got a million different governance platforms. We got Aragon DAOs, we got Garden, Gnosis Safes, we got a token log, we got a snapshot, we got them all. Everything's pretty quiet this week. Just one notable vote up there in the NRGive, minting a bunch of nice tokens for us to hand out to Impact Quest participants at ETH Denver. While you're loading up there. So that's the only thing that's really open to vote on. Currently it's set to pass in about an hour and a half, but it's up there. Some notables, we're still working with the Karma team to get the initial parameterization up and going. And as Lauren mentioned as well, I'm doing some research into what it would take to migrate the gardens and the GGive token to something totally new, potentially a governor DAO from Open Zeppelin or something else. So more research on that and probably see a forum post soon. In the token log, Griff's got it on his screen. Some of the top voted features right now
And you can see a lot of them are already in Monique's release plan. So I mean, it's like, what are we going to do after this, guys? You know. So yeah, you know, things like project activity feed, GiveFi, the I18N integration, maybe some things to look at in the future are like multi-level accounts, analytics dashboard, requiring projects to stake Give, like who knows. So anyway, get in there and vote. If you've got Give or GGive, you can participate in the token log. And I'll pass it back to you, Griff.
Lauren's like, I'm adding QF to that thing right now.
Right now.
Cool. Well, community spotlight today is Earth Regenerators. I actually don't know who's presenting this though.
I don't see them here. Kotaro, do you know? Because I think that is someone that you know, but I don't see them actually here.
Oh yeah, I think that we actually miscommunicated. I also don't think that they're here. Sorry about that. I didn't confirm that.
Well, that's okay. We can just call it a little bit early. I think the big thing here is impact quests. Maybe take a moment to try out doing one of these impact quests. I think the social media supernova is probably the easiest one. So if you can, you know, go out there, make a tweet, and claim this sweet POAP, that's going to be solid. Or you could also donate $10 to one of these local Denver-based projects, which is super cool. In fact, I'm excited just to see this link. Yeah, see, look at this. Ooh, cut the plastic. One of my favorites. Oh, pay it forward pizza. Go buy yourself some pizza. Oh, yeah. Creative Capital exhibit. These are so cool. There's some really cool. Oh, Boys and Girls Club. We got some even traditional Denver nonprofits over here. Oh, the Gathering Place I heard is really, really powerful. Has a major impact in Denver. So yeah, check these out, and also maybe I think that's probably the best use of our time. But you know, Monique went really quickly through all these cool releases. I almost just want to scroll through them and show all the action. So Notification Center is going to be launched live next, along with the new homepage, which is super cool. I mean, look at the new homepage. It's so cool, right? Buenos dias. Oh, I don't know what that's all about. But
So this is a test version. Mary Jeff is working on it, so it's not final. So yeah, it looks like this, but you know, these blocks are manageable in the admin. So you can add a campaign. You can add related features, and it will appear in the homepage without the need to do the releases. So the comms team can manage it much better. And I think all of the, you know, everyone has been know this functionality. For referrals, there is a thread in the test reports channel. You can go there, find the way that you can test it. The test referral, the Chain 1 referral program can be tested on our production with their production environments. So please go test there and DM Carlos or Mateo or put in that channel if you find anything that you think not working properly.
this is going to be so cool. I think referrals are going to be a game changer. We already went through the PFP, but then there's this one. Oh, this is the fiat, the fiat one, and there was also the. I think I closed it sadly. The Spanish integration, which is super cool. But it's just like, man, our basically a month from now we're gonna add 6 major features to our app. This is so cool. How do you actually switch from Spanish to English? Do you know?
I think it's in a footer if you scroll down.
Right here.
Here.
Cool. Look at that. Ooh. Oh. Well done. Well done, dev team. Incredible work.
Well done, dev
And yeah. And and with that, I think we can call it an event. So thank you guys so much for this awesome community call. Oh, sure, Zwanka, you want to say something?
Sure. Yeah. Gravity has been working these past months on this, and I am proud to present that I think next week we will open our page to the public, and you know that we were born from a TC working group, and now we are developing our own infrastructure to bring our value proposition to more organizations. So we are working in these four services that are trust creation, cultural consultation, conflict management, and education and training. And here, there will be the new form for people to request our services. And we have this funnel that comes either from an individual point of view or an organizational point of view. And this will go to a HubSpot that it's the way that we will manage our ticketing system that will also solve the centralization that we had on the old system. And here we also have like what kind of assistance would you like to receive, either mental health or mediation, and for the organizations, the trust creation or culture and consultation. We will have also the blog, and we are working on an online course that the course is still in coming soon mode. But we will launch the page, I think, next week, and the course around in 1 month. And Nicola is also supporting. She will be facilitating week 2, and we are here loading some of the sessions, designing some quizzes. The idea of all this is to have more people with competence managing conflict on multiple communities. And one cool thing that we're doing is that we will be managing the memberships through Unlock protocol that makes membership through smart contracts and NFTs. So yeah, like things are taking shape. We were working on multiple platforms, and now hopefully like they will all come together for us to be able to bring our services in a secure way, be available for the public, and also have our educational offering not set only to like live calls as the past trainings, but an online course that is available 24/7.
Amazing, amazing. Wonka, you should come to our fundraising calls on Monday. I don't know if you have someone who's like specifically looking to get grants for Gravity, but I feel like you could get a good Ethereum Foundation grant, or maybe even ENS small grants and things like that.
Sure. Well, Septi is helping us with that. We applied to the last ENS round, and also to another one in Spanish. Also to the ape. So we are like trying to also beyond that, like looking for opportunities. But we'll love to be on those Monday calls.
Yeah. Well, and Zepti's there too. So Zepti's your fundraising lead. That's cool. But then he's already there. But I think Ethereum Foundation might be willing to support this, and I think you guys should definitely apply for a grant.
No, thank you, Griffin. Like this is born from the womb of these communities. So like right now we're like building our own place to gather people. We will also launch our Discord hopefully in the next weeks or months. So yeah, we've been silent, but it's because we've been working on these more people.
Well, we're proud to have you in the Giveth Galaxy, Wonka, and Gravity DAO is holding it down for Ostrom across different communities. So thank you all for coming. Sorry, I thought I could get you out of here early, but there's always some fun stuff to talk about. Enjoy your week. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you at 153.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thanks.